I'm your friend. And I went, yeah, you are. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You mean Jesus, like you and I can be best friends? Yeah. You mean I can tell you stuff in private and you won't post it on Facebook? Yeah. You mean I can count on you and trust you and talk to you and you'll talk back to me? Yeah, Mike, just open the Word. There it is. Wow. I have a friend. And I'll tell you something, Sarah, and everybody else listening to me out there. You may lose everybody. John was kicked out on the Isle of Patmos. Let me throw this in, too, for some of you. Because some of you have written me and said, Pastor Mike, I don't like what's going on in my church. I've decided to just not go anymore because I see what's going on. And then I get nasty letters or calls or people telling me that I'm in danger of going to hell because I'm not going to church every Sunday. And that because I don't attend the local congregation anymore, that I'm not a Christian. And really what happened, they exiled you because you wouldn't budge with them. And then now they're telling you because you don't go to the church anymore, you sit at home and you watch this idiot Mike Hoggard on the internet and you call that church, that you're really not going to heaven now because you're breaking. Let me tell you about John on the Isle of Patmos. He was in exile. They figured out they couldn't kill the guy. So they said, if we can't kill him, we're going to get him away from everybody. And they exiled him to sit all alone for the rest of his life on this isle. But on the Lord's day, what was he doing? He was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. He was having church. You live in a time, all you people out there, you live in a time right now that is such an amazing time where you can be in England, Michigan, Florida, even Canada, Australia, Jakarta, Netherlands. And we try to treat you just like you were sitting here in our local congregation. You're not alone. You're not alone. If they won't listen to you, that's just too bad for them. Okay? But you're not alone. Let's see here. Who else? Tracy. Tracy says, are we to forsake relationships with people who call themselves Christians yet live a carnal and hypocritical life? Tracy! Yeah. I wouldn't. You cannot carry their baggage around. You got enough of your own. You can't fellowship with people who if they're not on the same page. You're not judging them. You're not saying, well, you're going to hell. I ain't going to hang around you. You don't have to judge them. But you say, you know what? If you're going to be this way, I'm just going to, I love you. I'll send you a card every now and then. But I can't fellowship with you. Lil! One of the first people from the Netherlands to get in touch with me. Hey, Pastor Mike, just wanted to say hi and let you know I'm doing okay. Finally got time to watch Pastor Mike online broadcast again. And Lil has been, and her family has been through their share of stuff. All right? It's good to have you. Hello, Pastor Mike. This is from Deborah. Good to see her well. Is Jesus a hybrid, son of God, daughter of men? No, he's fully God, fully man. It's the only way I know how to explain it. Let's see here. Katerina. You can read this message online. Thank you. Hey, and seriously, I have a lot of email addresses. The Pastor Mike online email address. Don't send me something that you don't want me to read online, all right? I got to throw that in. You can read this message. Last time I asked a question about being saved, I have family members who come from a Catholic background. They assure me that they believe in Jesus, but they still live like my unsaved family members. For example, like my humanist communist dad. I also know people who read the Bible regularly, say they are saved, but still wrestle with addiction. I'm wondering if they ever fully repented, as their behavior has hardly not changed. So what do you need to do to be saved? Believe and change your behavior, or only believe? Thanks for your ministry and clarification. Katerina, this is actually pretty simple. To be saved, you believe. But if you're truly saved and believe, God is the one who changes your behavior. If your family members could change their behavior, there would be no need for the Bible and the Holy Spirit and the transformation of the blood of Jesus Christ. There'd be no need for that whatsoever. And I don't know who you're talking about. If you're referring to somebody that you know that is really, really struggling with an issue, a sin issue in their life, and you can see that, I mean, they're trying hard, but they just seems like they get defeated all the time, don't judge them. But these people running around with a wine bottle in one hand, marijuana joint in the other, they got girls hanging off of them everywhere. Yeah, I'm a Christian. God made me this way. They're just clowning you, all right? Let's see here. Mary, I like it, Pastor Mike, but I don't know who or what to listen to because I don't know enough about it. I really love Italian Concerto by Bach. Please recommend some. Oh, this is about classical music. Please recommend some artists and selections. I like Bach. That's what I like. Frank, hi, Pastor Mike. I'm listening from Palestine, Texas. Just wanted to know if you work on your own computer equipment, as I sure do, and I do my own stunts as well. I am a computer geek. I can buy the parts, the processor, the motherboard, the hard drives, the memory. I can put all that stuff together, take it apart. In fact, for years, my wife, she knew me notoriously. The side of my desktop computer was always off because I was always digging into it, putting another hard drive in there, adding more memory or whatever. So, yeah, I do my own stunts. Judy! I love you, Judy. My daughter works for the largest farm in the U.S. They told her to buy a cow because beef will be so expensive next year. Just a word to the wise. Not bad advice. Gary, my stalker, says, all eyes are on you. We is watching. I hope Brian dumped your garbage. No, he hasn't. Gary and H, the Ritz family, including baby Samuel, see you not soon enough. They're going to be coming back Saturday. Hi, Pastor Mike. Did you know that today is National Coming Out Day? There's a little graphic. October 11th, National Coming Out Day. Boy, what a day. 10, 11, 12, 33. I had no idea either, but the diversity committee here at work is on top of this. We're celebrating with rainbow cookies. I wonder if my company will soon come. Listen, it's all going to go up in a big cloud of smoke one of these days, Lauren. No doubt about it. Let's see here. Lupe. I know a guy in Oklahoma whose name was Guadalupe Ramirez. Let's see. Guadalupe Rodriguez Martinez. And we called him Lupe, Guadalupe. Hello, I just turned on to your show. Did you know this happened today? Egypt's Pyramid of Khafra reopens to tourists today. Just to find it's interesting on today's date. That is, I think it's real. Myrna, I saw your pictures on Facebook. She lives up in Canada, and it is snowing up there already. Now, ooh, Myrna, I'm not done with my study. She said, Psalm 137, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept, and when we remembered Zion. Is this the river you're talking about? I had just found this about a month ago, and it reminded me of a song that I had heard years ago. Myrna, what song was that? I want to know what song that was, especially if it's like a rock song or something like that. send that to me. Send that to me on Facebook or something like that, because I want to know because I'm studying this. The rivers of Babylon, I think, are part of that. Okay, I really do. And that's a good observation. Kathy, this week we had a funeral at our church. The man woke up on last Wednesday from a nap and said to his wife, "This is my last day. Come and give me a kiss goodbye." And he passed on in a half hour. I see. I believe it. In fact, I want you to go study this on your own. Look at 1 Thessalonians 5. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. But look at verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. And I know we always say, well, that's, the Lord's coming. I'm telling you, I think that when a true born-again Christian is about ready to go, I think that God's presence is with that person, and they just have. I was with a guy. He was having heart problems. We went up to the hospital because they were going to do a cardiac catheter on him and see what he needed. And we were joking around with him, and I prayed with him. And he's just out of the blue. And he said, "I just want everybody to know." And he said, "In case anything happens," he said, "I'm ready to go meet Jesus. I just wanted everybody to know that." And I started just kind of cutting jokes to kind of cut the tension, "Oh, this is going to happen to you." That guy died. 20, 30 minutes later, died on the table. And he knew. So I agree. You study this out. Ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. I love it. John. Hi, Mike. Look for Hades in KJV. Hades equals sticks. I found 11 times. Hades. He's talking about the Greek word that underlies the word hell in the English translation. It does, John. He said, hopefully this will help a little bit. But I'm looking specifically at a river. Actually, 2 rivers. All right? 2 rivers. Alan. Got a few minutes left. Pastor Mike, I had to go on my commuter train. Tell me that John the Revelations is still alive. It may be search the Scriptures, and I'm warning if John or the Spirit of John is one of the 2 witnesses. I would have a hard time buying that one. John 21, Peter seeing him saith to Jesus, "Lord, and what shall this man do?" Jesus said, if I will that he tarry till I come. What is that to thee? Follow thou me. Now, I don't see that Jesus is saying here, he will be alive until I come. Verse 23, then went this saying abroad among the brethren, that disciple should not die. Yet Jesus said not unto him, he shall not die, but if I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? And then I had thought of this verse in Revelation 1, verse 9, I, John, who also am your brother and companion in tribulation. And then Revelation 10:11, he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples, nations, tongues, and kings. I mean, those verses are peculiar, and they're interesting to me. But, man, I would just have a really, I wouldn't, boy, I don't know about that one. All right? But it's an interesting concept. Donna, how you doing, Donna? Pastor Mike, the Falling Star logo looks a lot like the star that the Daystar TV Christian Network uses. Donna, I think you're right. Elsie, I'm still trying to figure out why the top of the pyramid is 2-dimensional while the base is 3-dimensional. Do you have any ideas? Thanks for your obedience to God. No, that's interesting. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Caitlin, do you think that the Antichrist might be the first person that will volunteer to try the 3-strand DNA? No. No. Here's what I want y'all to do. Caitlin, I want you to do this, all right? The Antichrist is not some guy on this earth right now. I don't think he is. He is a beast. He is a fallen angel, a cherub, the angel of the bottomless pit, king of the bottomless pit. That's who he is.